Hi, I'm Judy and welcome to this week's Sound Joints class. Today we're going to be focusing on the shoulders and the upper back primarily. This workout is going to be kind of easy to moderate with some more advanced exercises, but feel free to adjust anything, modify anything that you need to. I'll offer some of those options in today's class. And if you have any questions, feel free to message me afterwards. So today it's going to be pretty simple in terms of equipment. All we're going to need are a resistance band like this. So this one's a little, I washed it and now it's not the same ever again. Or if you have something like this, that would work as well. Okay, and then we would need, let's see here, some light dumbbells. I have 2 5-pound ones and 2 3-pound ones. There are some exercises that you're going to want like this lighter one, just maybe one exercise you want a lighter dumbbell for or a water bottle, and then a couple of them where you might find the heavier 5-pound or maybe a little heavier to be more useful. And as always, never hurts to have a yoga block close by. All right, and today we don't need a chair, but we do want to have access to a wall, so you can set yourself up accordingly. And then, of course, the exercise mat. Okay, great. So I have a lot of Beethoven in store for you today. A couple of new recordings, actually 3 new recordings, and then some recycled Beethoven and some Chopin to close with for our mindful breathing. So I hope you enjoy this, and let's get started. Okay, so first we're going to do our opening movement, warm up here, some articulated cat-cow. So you're going to try to move one vertebra at a time as you come into this exhale to cat, and then inhale to the cow position. Yeah, just like this. Okay, making sure you feel the opening of each level of your vertebra. Next, we're going to do isolated shoulder circles. So keep one shoulder still and then just circle the other arm back. And so you should feel your shoulder blade moving. A little stretch for the front of the shoulder and the chest muscle. Good. Okay. And then I'll show you what it looks like from the side. Here. Good. Which actually reminds me, so today for the unnarrated version of this video, I did shoot from two camera angles, so you get different views. Okay, and then now let's do forward, not too many. Good. Okay, so now, repeating the X position, we're going to look over one shoulder at your foot and then back to center on the inhale, exhale, look over the other shoulder and then back and forth. So this is stretching the Quadratus lumborum, the little diamond-shaped muscle at the lower back. Good. Okay. And next we're going to move into gate pose. You can use the block if you want, a yoga block. For those of you who aren't familiar with this sonata, it is Sonata Opus 49, number 2 in G major. So I have both the first and the second movements recorded for today. It's one of the easier ones and a little less Beethoven-y. You might even mistake it for a Mozart. Good. Other side here, aligning your wrist, knee, and heel in one line, and keeping your shoulders away from your ear. Good, nice long stretch. Okay, so once this X position closes, we're going to grab that band for the development. And we're just going to kind of stretch it out like this. And make sure you have some room behind you. And you're going to circle it behind you and overhead and forward. So for me, my shoulders are super tight, so I have to have my hands pretty wide from each other to make this happen. That's okay, don't force anything. Okay, very short development. So we're already at the recap. Let's set that band down. We're going to do some sun salutations. So inhale the arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold. We have time for about 2.5 or 3. Inhale, halfway up, flat back. Exhale, step back to plank. Lower the knees. And then exhale all the way down. Here's our little baby cobra. Just lift the chest on the inhale and exhale back to down child's pose. And then find your way into a plank on the inhale. Exhale to downward facing dog. Okay, and then walk forward. So we're just going to try to fit as many of these as we can into the rest of this recapitulation. I think it'll be just like 1.5 more that we have time for. No need to rush. Just really feel lower the knees first, all the way down. Baby cobra and child's pose. Just feel the depth of each movement here, each pose, and how it's affecting your spine and your shoulders, helping to open everything up. Good. I think we have time for half here. Good. So I didn't quite learn this sonata in 1 week, maybe more like 2 weeks. It's a little rough, but sometimes the easier pieces you kind of take for granted. Okay, great. So now we're moving on to the second movement of the same sonata. We're going to go into a locust pose with our hands behind the head, feet zipped, and you're just going to lift up your chest and your feet. You can hold here, or you can come down and lift again. Good. So this movement is actually what Beethoven's septuplet, the theme is based on one of the dances in there. Okay, great. Okay, so bird dogs alternating, reaching opposite arm and leg in opposite directions. Nice long line, feeling the shoulders open, abs engaging. Good, back is stabilizing. So this is in rondo form, A, B, A, C, A, coda. We're on part B right now. And once we get back to part A, that first main theme, we're gonna head over to the wall for some arm slides. Good. Almost there. Okay, let's make our way over. So whatever way you'll fit against the wall, my photo here is a little bit in my way, but you don't have to come into a full wall sit. Just go ahead and slide your arms up and down like this, like a cactus. Avoid any pinching feeling, so don't try to push through something that pinches. Maybe just widen your arms if that is the case. Good. And if one arm is more tight than the other, you can just do one at a time. Okay. Good. Okay, part C, door hinge. Okay, so you can do this kneeling if you want, and then just open your forearms away from each other by rotating your shoulder blades on your back towards each other. So this opens up here. This is external rotation of the shoulders. Good, a little squeeze, and then inhale, exhale, squeeze wide. Okay, coming back to part A again, the theme. Let's grab one of your weights. I'm going to use one of my 5 pounds. You can use the 3-pound or lighter one if you want. Hold it out diagonally, palm facing away from you, or facing forward, I guess, and then keep the rest of your body super still. Okay, so farmer's walk is really helpful for keeping stability of your body with an offsetting weight. And so there shouldn't be tension here. We're here till the coda, and then we'll switch to the other arm. Okay, and you can switch here. Great. Yeah, this sonata is very short. The whole recording, I think, was maybe 8 minutes long, and I play it just a touch slower than Daniel Barenboim does. Great, great work. Okay, let's keep a hold of the weight. We're gonna come down onto all fours and do some rear flies, just like this. Okay, we are onto our nerdily named, predominantly strong movement, since this is in C minor, which is a predominant of G major. Very good. Okay, grab that lighter weight if you want, and you're going to come onto your side into a side plank. All right, so if you want, you just hold this. That's, you know, all you need to do. Or if you want to do a shoulder abduction, just lift that weight about 6 inches up above your hip. Doesn't have to go far. The point is to not pinch any of the nerves or tendons, ligaments in your shoulder. I think I missed my transition. Okay, so we're just gonna go to here, reverse plank. Good, we're still in the X position, it's gonna repeat. Looking great, looking strong. So once with the X position repeats, we're gonna do the rear flies on the other side. Okay, here we go. Back into that tabletop position and grabbing that weight, bringing the arm out straight-ish, keeping the rest of your torso closed. I'm turning a little open towards you because I'm trying to talk. Good. Using those muscles on your back to wrap that shoulder blade around your back towards the other one. And then back into your side plank, this time on the other side. Again, the option to do this little, it's called shoulder abduction movement. Good, kind of like mini flying. Oh, and so this sonata, this is the Beethoven Opus 10, number 1, first movement. Okay, great. And then now we're doing a rotating high plank. So coming up onto both hands and feet, have the feet apart, and then just swivel to the side, and then back to center, swivel to the other side, and don't fall over. If you feel like you want to have more stability, put your feet first, and then go with the arm, and then lead with the feet. Otherwise, you can rotate the feet and the body at the same time for more stability work. Okay, I'm not sure I can talk during the development exercise, so when I was doing it earlier, I was sort of regretting it. We'll see how it goes. Okay, so now you want to be on an elbow plank, either on your knees, or, because I'm a trainer, I'm going to do it on my toes. And then you're going to do invisible rows. So pretend that you're lifting a weight like this from each side, but you're not going to use a weight. Yeah, just like this. So we're here for the whole development. Good. Trying to keep your hips pretty still. It's a little challenging, just given how little room there is to move your arm. But do your best. Almost there. Okay, recap. So go ahead, kneel on one leg, and then in the other hand, hold the weight and do some overhead presses. I have my 5-pound here. Great. Change to the other hand. This is a piece that I played definitely when I was a kid, probably middle school, I want to say. It's a mystery whether or not I learned the second or third movements though. Let's grab 2 weights and do Y pulls, like so. Elbows higher. Yeah, make sure your shoulders don't shrug up. It's the rotation of your shoulder blades on your back that's making this movement possible. But yeah, it's a mystery if I play the second or third movements because there's writing in the music, like my teacher wrote on the score for those, but I have no memory of playing them. So maybe someone else was using my book. We'll never really know. Good. Here till the end of this sonata movement. And then we're going back to G major with the cuckoo sonata that you've heard before. Exhaling as you lift. Abs are braced. Great work. Okay, let's set aside the weights so we don't trip on them. Okay, plank walks for the entire exposition. Don't worry, it's pretty short. And then we'll do another exercise for the repeat of the exposition. So again, this is the Cuckoo Sonata. It's the first movement of Opus 79. And yeah, it's probably one of the later middle Beethoven works. The other ones you've heard so far are more early Beethoven works, even though that Opus 49 is a little bit of a misnomer. It was actually written pretty early. You can hear it in the style. Okay, with the repeat of the exposition, we're coming to the wall, doing some wall push away. So keep your abs braced, and you're gonna sink in and then push away. Maybe just have a couple inches of space between your fingers and the wall. Okay, you wanna control your descent so you don't hit yourself, hit your nose on the wall, and you also don't want to push so far back, right, that you fall backwards. So control is the name here. This is a nice, easy way to work on your chest muscles and the front of your shoulders without too much pressure. And you do have to brace the abs, otherwise this is going to happen. Okay, we have the development coming up. So I'm going to move my mat all the way over, grab the band. I'm going to come back over to the wall and do some rows. I know it's a little hard for you to see me over here. There's a better angle in the unnarrated video. So just sit up all the way against the wall, hold some tension in the band, and then pull the elbows straight back towards the wall. Pulse 3 times, and then let go a little bit, and then exhale, pulse 3 times. So see if you can feel the muscles in your shoulder, around your shoulder blades, and on your back working, not the tops of the shoulders. Good. Exhale as you pull. Inhale, release. Good. So if you'll recall, the development and the recap for this first movement do repeat. So we'll move on to another exercise once we get to the recap. Almost there. So we have this hemiola, which signals the return to the recap. Okay, we're going to do commandos. Okay. Into a plank, down onto your elbows, and then back up. So I try to alternate sides with each repetition. So I'm coming down with my left, and then come up with my left first, and then right, right, left, left. Great. Here you also want to try to keep your hips pretty stable. Okay, with the development repeat, we're coming into swimming. I'm gonna move back a little bit. There we go, good. Opposite arm and leg lifting, or you can do superheroes, which is just arms and legs together, okay? I find that to be a little easier. This is a little more cardio too, if you do the swimming. Listening for the hemiola, that's when you know this is over. This is the part where, it's why this is called the cuckoo, the little crossovers, cuckoo. Still going. Last cuckoo, I think, before the hemiola here. Oh, here's the hemiola, almost there. Okay, with the recap, what are we doing? Crab walk. Good. Opposite hand reaches for opposite ankle, shin, or toe. Whatever is convenient for you. You can have your hips on the ground, or if your shoulders need more support, you can have your, if you need more support, have your hips on the ground. Otherwise, lift them. Good. Try to make sure your elbows are not locked out. We're here till the end. No, we're here till the coda, sorry. There's a little coda here. Right here. So we're gonna stand up and come into a semi-squat, outside middle block. So your fists turn away from you. Good. And so today's workout is super short. Now we're gonna be going on to multimodal mobility. Okay, so that basically means we're taking it down a notch and then heading towards the end. Good. Great. Great work. Okay. Coming into the second movement. I'm going to take a arm, bend it like a cactus arm, 90 degrees. Stand flush to the surface and then turn away. Make sure this doesn't pop up. Make sure your ribs don't pop out. Everything is stabilized and braced. Feel the stretch right here. So this is the second movement of the Cuckoo Sonata. And then other side, same thing. Okay, for this E flat major part, we're going to articulate from down dog. Try to move every vertebra to come into a wave and then into your plank. And then same thing, to come back into your down dog. Try to make a wave with your spine. That takes a little practice, yeah? So this is in ternary form. We're in part B right now. And then it's a little extended. And we'll come back to part A again and do another exercise, another mobility, yoga type exercise. Here we go, coming back to part A. We're going to do a bow pose. So you can hold the outsides of your feet and press the shoelace part of your feet into your hands up like this. Or if you're comfortable doing so, hold onto the inside big toe area of your feet and then press back. This opens up the shoulders more. And the more you press back, the higher your legs may go. Okay? Nice deep breaths. Okay, here for the coda, just a few little thoracic twists, opening up, and then alternating sides. Nice and easy. Twisting just the upper chest and back. Okay, and we close on good old Chopin. Andante Spianato with some child's pose variations to start. Knees together, big toes together, reaching forward. And then stack one hand to the left and the other hand on top of it. Hips go back and to the right. Good. And then other side. So every time I use this recording, I like never fail to get copyright claimed on YouTube. Which makes me feel sorry for people's recordings, who they think this is. I mean, it's clearly amateur. And then other side. Good. And then we're going to come into a spinal twist for this little minor section here. Good. Teeing out your arms and knees over to one side. And then close the arms together and then open. I'm just running into my couch here, but you can open all the way if you can reach. Ideally, you get both shoulder blades onto the ground. Good. So this is the introduction to the Opus 22 Grand Polonaise that Chopin wrote. And then you're going to switch sides here. Other side. Open and close. And that's one of my dream pieces to play, so playing this Andante Spianato for now is a little bit of wishful thinking. Okay, we're going to do assisted fish pose. If you have a little Pilates ball, you can use it instead of this yoga block. It'll be more comfortable. But go ahead and take this yoga block. You're going to place it on the ground and then kind of lay your upper back on it, not your neck. Kind of like that shoulder, right below the shoulder blade, between the at the thoracic spine, and then just tilt your head so the neck is open, chin is up, and you can have your knees bent, or straighten the legs, and then have the arms open to the sky here. Fish pose is very opening for the front of the body. Okay, and then press into your elbows. Use your abs to come on up. You can either lay on your back or sit on this block for our mindful breathing for the rest of this piece. Okay, nice tall seat if you're choosing to sit right on the sits bones. Take a few deep breaths in through your nose, out through your mouth, and gently close your eyes. Your hands can be in your lap or open on your thighs. And just feel how upright you're able to sit and how that facilitates your breathing. And bring your awareness again to your breathing, in through the nose and out through your mouth. And when you're ready, you can gently flow your eyes open. Great work today. Hope you felt like that was a good way to get familiar with your upper back and your shoulders and what they're able to do, what you might want to focus on in the future. Next week, we'll be continuing our sound joints series with more lower back and hips focus. So I know that is an area of great concern for many of you, as well as just the general population. So hopefully this will be a useful video. Can't promise I'll have new music. I'll try my best. All right, well, thank you so much for watching this video, for joining today. See you next time.